Hello, Kathy Beatty here with Divorce Support Anonymous. I'm going to speak to you today about adult children behaving badly during divorce. It's painful enough that you are experiencing the divorce with your spouse, your soon-to-be former spouse, and yet if you have that extra layer of your adult children behaving badly and hurting you, it is excruciating. So I want to give you some tools and some helpful tips to deal with that today. So it happens through divorce that adult children can be behaving badly. And you may obviously be very hurt by that, but you may wonder what is going on. Well, let me tell you that they are dealing with their own trauma. And you may be saying, but they're adult children. No, they're not. Not when it comes to mom and dad. You are taking the very foundation of their life and changing it. So this is a trauma for them that they are dealing with. And for you to understand that is going to help you receive what comes at you easier. So they're dealing with their own stuff. And sometimes what they will do is they will lash out at the safest parent. The parent they know is not going to turn away and reject them. So if you're getting the brunt of the pain from your adult children, and this could be your teenagers as well, it's because you may possibly be the safe person in their life, where the other spouse, the other parent, they may feel that they're insecure with, that they're going to lose, and they need a mom and they need a dad. So they are going to behave badly because they are dealing with their own trauma. So give them that grace, give them that compassion and understanding where they are coming from. And I realize that you've got your own stuff going on right now that is heavy and hard and confusing. That's why you need a support group. That's why you need a divorce coach, someone to guide you through all of these steps. But these people, these young people, they're dealing with their own trauma. So understand that and come at it, receive what they're giving to you with that perspective. So number one, they're dealing with their own trauma. Number two, they can't handle your stuff. Many parents that I know of, because these adult children or teenagers or sometimes even young children are so close to the situation, we feel like we have to justify ourselves or we have to clarify what's going on with the children. They can't handle your adult stuff. And this is true for adult children too. They can't handle it. They're not emotionally equipped. They're not spiritually equipped, physically equipped to deal with all of the heaviness of divorce. So they can't handle your stuff. That's why you need a support group. That's why you need to consider a therapist or a counselor or a pastor, because you've got some heavy stuff going on inside of you and with you. All the things that are coming at you. You've got the legalities, you've got the emotions, you've got the spiritual, you've got the family, you've got the losses. It's all coming at you. So you need a place to deal with your stuff. Like they need a place to deal with their stuff. I know when I went through my divorce, my son, the middle child, was 16, and he wouldn't open up to me. And I never really knew what was going on in his mind and heart. And the question that I asked him, which was a good question, is who are you talking to about what's going on right now? Is there someone safe, someone good and strong who you're talking to? And this may be a really good time to plug your youth or your children into a youth group at church, a school counselor, someone who can help them process through what they're dealing with. You handle your stuff someplace appropriate and let them handle their stuff someplace appropriate. And it may not be you. And that's okay right now. I know you want to be the parent, you want to take care of everything. You want to make it right and just, and it may not be you right now. And that's okay. Help them get through their own trauma. They can't deal with their stuff, with your stuff. They shouldn't be dealing with your stuff. They should not be handling adult matters that are personal between a husband and a wife. Because, like I said, they can't handle it. And to put that on them is going to create a stress that they don't know how to, they're not emotionally mature enough to handle. And this is true with adult children. Just because they're in their 30s does not mean they have the capability, the training, the mental, emotional strength to deal with this. So handle your stuff in the appropriate place and encourage them to handle it, their trauma and their stuff, in an appropriate place. And this is my final point, which I think I've already made clear. Get your own support. Don't go through divorce alone. It is too heavy. It's too difficult. You and your adult children are going through a trauma of great proportion. So get your support. Don't be afraid to find a safe space in which you can be vulnerable and work through all of the pain and all of the difficulty that you face in dealing with divorce. When your adult children are behaving badly, remember, they're dealing with their own trauma. Talk to them, but focus that conversation on them and not you. Honey, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. I know this is hard on you. I'm so sorry. It was never meant to be this way. And I know you're going through some really difficult times because mom and dad are divorcing. I want you to know that I'm here for you, and I will listen, and I'll do all that I can. And I'm not going to burden you with all of the dealings that are occurring in this divorce. That will be of help when you articulate words like that of comfort and compassion over to them. Now, there are some children who will want to be involved, and adult children who will want to be involved in all the dirty details of the divorce. It is up to you, parent, to not allow them to. Quite frankly, it's not their business. They have other things to worry about. But some adult children and some teenagers, I had experiences just this week hearing teenagers who wanted to get in and accuse, make accusations about some finances, places they had no business being, no business. And yet they interjected themselves, put themselves into that discussion. Now, it may be because the other parent is introducing that to them. If that's the case, you have to be the level-minded, the consistent parent, the adult here, regardless of what the other adult is doing. You have to be the adult here. And don't get into your business with your children. Don't. Find an appropriate place. You cannot control what the other parent is saying and doing, but you can control what you say and what you do. And be that consistent, strong, loving, compassionate, healthy parent, because you have taken yourself and gotten the support that you needed to deal with this trauma. So you're not bringing it into the lives of your children. This is such a deep topic. I'll speak more on it later. But for now, be compassionate to your children. They're dealing with the trauma, as are you. So connect with me. Divorce Support Anonymous, my website, divorcesupportanonymous.com. Ask your questions. I want to help you get through the trauma of divorce.